This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
But thanks anyone who becomes a member, gifts a membership. Thanks, you're helping the channel. Of course, tips would be greatly appreciated. This is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Tomorrow's my day off. Tips would help, a lot for tomorrow. Thanks in advance. You guys know there's rewards. $50, $100, $150 of tips raised. I do various rewards for you. So we'll see how that goes tonight, right? Timmy did a super chat saying, how will other streamers have Dead Space early? Would you really like me to explain to you from start to finish about how marketing works? Is that what you would like? Is that really what you want? You want me to not, like, do a stream tonight? You'd like to explain marketing? How companies would send out promotional things early and bar people from actually criticizing them, only saying positive things, so that they get paid to do so, and then the game looks good, so people will buy it on Friday when it comes out.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Yes.
Do I really have to tell you about this practice? You're not aware of how this works? That's shocking to me that you don't understand that there's marketing.
I got a $23 tip. Thank you to Money Creature.
I received a $2 tip from DsP. I'm a fan of your content. I want to become a member, but so many gifted memberships every month, I honestly don't see the point. I want you to know I do want to support the channel. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's not about hitting goals. It's just about, in general, the amount of support that the channel gets, overall. And even though you may feel like a drop in the bucket, that doesn't mean nothing. It adds up. You gotta think of it this way, right? Why am I able to operate a successful business like this? Because we've got 400 some members. Because we've got people who cheer, who super chat. I say cheer. Super chat, super stickers, tips, memberships. They watch the videos. There's ads on those. Patron pledges. That's why it works. It's not because of any one person going crazy and saying, hey, here's a ginormous lump of contribution to help you. That's not what it's all about. It's about everyone giving a little bit here and there, whatever they can do, and adding it up. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my god, he's drinking gin. Gin is great.
That's how it works. That's why, after 15 years, I'm still able to be successful, while everyone else out there is essentially, I hate to say it, having to do things like take on those paid sponsorships and shill products and play games that you never heard of just so they can make a buck because they're getting paid to play them. I don't have to do that because you guys support me the way that you do. And it's because of everyone coming together. It's not because of one or two giant contributions. It's because of everyone together. So don't feel like, oh, if I just do a membership, it ain't going to do nothing. That's completely opposite. Plus, think of the things you get. All the cool things you're going to get if you were to become a member. So that's my take on it. You can disagree. I thank you. You can contribute however you want. Thank you for the tip. But I'm saying if you're apprehensive about being a member, don't think of it that way. Don't think, oh, well, there's no way it's just a one membership. It's nothing like that at all. It adds up, man. It helps tremendously.
$1 a month actually helps and adds up, all right? As little as $1 helps, okay?
Nice celebratory bubble blow. Thank you all for the engagement tonight. Now, we still got about another half an hour left. It would be great if we could get some more support in other ways. And what I mean by that is, like I said, it would be great to see maybe a hat tonight. It's the last chance, basically, the last half hour to support the streams for the week. It would be great if we could get some more of that tonight. It would help out a lot for my day off tomorrow. Thank you in advance, anyone who supports it anyway, but tips would be great tonight. Thanks. Okay.
Faceless Shin to me $1 and said, honest question, why do you get upset over low contributions when you yourself have said they're appreciated but not required? Because I'm not, first of all, I'm not upset at all, but I need to be, I have to be reminding people. If you don't remind people, they don't keep it in mind, they don't contribute, I can't pay my bills, I can't do this anymore. So I love what I do, you guys love what I do, that's how it works. Alright guys, let's save up. This was a good 2-hour session of Oblivion for sure. I would like to say thank you to anyone who chilled. Oh, my eye itches. Anyone who chilled and supported the stream. I hope that you found it entertaining and fun.
Okay, let's adjourn, guys. Don't go away yet. I'm gonna give you a kind of a week ending, a little bit of a spiel here. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you for a great, definitely a great week, great streaming week. I want to apologize if I came off in the last few days as a little bit pushy when it came to contributions. A few people have said that. Here's the deal. You know, me being transparent with all of you. So, the holiday season was great because not only was there nonstop new releases, so therefore there was way more support, but also, if you remember, what was it, September, October? I can't remember exactly the month. If you remember 1 month, I got a crazy big increase in members, correct? You remember, we skyrocketed above 1,000 members here on DSP Gaming. You remember that, right? And basically what that did is they put me into a good position financially for a couple of months there, where I was kind of ahead of everything, because I had extra income. I was like, oh, I can actually use this, to buffer that. Remember I said, oh, I was able to get myself a new controller for Black Friday. I was able to buy a replacement monitor because my monitor had died. My TV died, and I was able to pay these payments each month to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? So things were good for a little bit, all right? But basically what's happened, 2 things, just to be, again, I like being transparent with you guys. There's no reason for me to not do this, because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Number 1, if you haven't noticed, yeah, we don't still have 1,000 members. It went back down to the normal levels. So that increase to income kind of went away, you know? And then on top of that, this week in particular, if you didn't notice, things slowed down to a crawl with playthroughs like Signalis and One Piece Odyssey. There were streams going on where I was barely making anything.
I don't want to work to eat.
And it's one thing if it happens once. It's one thing if it happens one day. But this was like multiple days in a row. And sadly, I hate to say it, it put the pressure on me again. It made me feel nervous. And I kind of fell back a little bit into my old habits. And I want to apologize to you guys for that. All right? I want you to understand. I don't like being like that. I don't like being like,
Oh, please support. Please, I had slow days. Please support.
I hate being like that. But it really made me very nervous. And quite frankly, I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks with new releases such as Dead Space is coming Friday. We got some new releases coming out, like, we got, SpongeBob at the end of the month. We've got, Hogwarts Legacy. We've got the Super Bowl event coming up. I'm hoping that those things will invigorate you guys again to be excited for the content. Because when people are more excited, they show up more, they engage more, and yes, they support more. And that means that puts pressure off of me, you see? I wish that I was a ginormous content creator that made ridiculous amounts of money because I had so many viewers. As you know, that's not the case. I'm a very small-time guy, and I'm so grateful for what I get.
That was good. Good Lord, man. Look in the mirror for a second and stop believing your own lies.
And then when things slow down and things start getting behind again, I get nervous. And it makes me feel weak, and it makes me feel, like I'm not going to be able to make ends meet and provide, and it sucks. It's a terrible feeling. Especially because this month I have, big tax payment coming up. I just did, and it was all this stuff. I was like, damn. So, basically, to put things into perspective, I don't like being like I am sometimes. It annoys me. And then it happens, and I'm like, damn, why did I say that? Why did I do that? And I feel like this week I let you guys down. I really do. Because, when people are coming out and saying, Phil, you're doing it again. That I'm like, again? Like, fuck. I don't want to be like that. It really pisses me off now when I look back at some of the streams I did this week, and I hear myself, I'm like, yeah, I did it again.
Oh my God, he's drinking piss.
So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. That's why, but that's not an excuse. That's not good for me to be like that on my streams. I want to be positive and all about the games and all about the interaction. Because if you take a look, did people like Signalis this week? Absolutely not. Most people did not. A few people did. Actually, a good amount of people came out today for the finale and supported it. I am very appreciative of that. People didn't like Signalis. That's going to happen. Not every game that I play is going to hit it out of the park, right? But when it adds up to the point where it's several days, where it's kind of like that, and now it's looking like, oh God, I'm not making anything for a bunch of days here. It made me nervous, and it sucks. I'm hoping, like I said, this week coming up, I'm hoping that things are going to turn around a little bit because there's new games and everything. Dead Space is the game everyone's been waiting for months, so I'm excited to play it for you guys. And hopefully it's a great playthrough, and I hope. We'll see what happens. And again, I wholeheartedly apologize. Here's the other thing, too. It's not like this was a bad week. We had a ton of memberships this week, right? Tons. And on top of that, Super Chats actually are up this week. They are, like, way up compared to previous weeks. The catch-22 here is that support I don't get for a while. It's the tips, and when the tips slow down, like, oh, God. So now, I gotta, I just got paid by YouTube. Again, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I just got paid by YouTube yesterday, and immediately I had to pay all my big bills. So I went boom, 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 paid them all. And then I'm looking at the other bills that are clearing the end of the month, and then there's another slew of bills that the end of the first week of the month. I'm looking, I'm like, that's my whole YouTube payment. That's it. It's gone. It's done. It's completely erased, as if I never got it. It's all accounted for in bills coming up. So it's funny when people say that, oh, don't worry, you're getting paid by YouTube. It's like, yeah, but that money is already accounted for. That's the problem. It's not like, oh, it's my big payday and I roll in dough for 3 weeks. It's, I get paid immediately, goes out to this, goes out to this, goes out to this. Really, the money that I have to spend on anything is what I make in tips on my streams, So that's why when I have several slow days, it worries me. And I feel like I gave in to that nervousness and my weakness this week, and I said and did things stupidly that I shouldn't have done. And I really apologize for that, okay? I'll do my best this coming week to not do it again. But I felt like I owed you this apology because I really did feel like I came down too strongly this week after looking back, especially a couple people leaving me comments and things. I'm like, you know, they're right. Here we go again. I'm right back to my old ways, which I told you guys I'm doing my best to try not to do this. You know what I'm saying? And here we go again, going back to my old ways. I don't like that.
Well, that's the pigeonhole you put yourself in. That was your active choice, and that's your fault. And instead, look in the mirror and realize you're the one who did this to yourself. And maybe if you were just honest with yourself, you wouldn't be so miserable. There you go.
So anyway, I'm sorry, okay? I really am. I'm sorry, and I hope that this coming week is a little better and it takes the pressure off and I don't do that again, okay? The thing is, I can't promise you I won't, because I feel like whenever this happens, I get weak and then I fucking fall right back into those old ways again. But let's see what happens, and hopefully I can be stronger in the future and not be fucking being like that, you know? Alright, guys? Thank you so very much. Have a good night, and I will see you all on Thursday, alright? Alright, everyone. Peace out.
I'm like a super greedy dude. And all I want to do is milk my audience for money and constantly guilt trip them. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.